And hello again, everyone, and welcome into another season of Jacket Corner right here on TV 24. I'm Mickey Shadricks. I'll be your host each week here as we talk all about Oxford football with Oxford head coach Ryan Herring, who joins us now in the Jacket Corner. Of course, Coach, you opened up the 2015 season last Friday night with a home victory over Southside. It's just great to get to your first game because you get to hit somebody in a different color jersey, and it's really good when you pick up a win in your first game.
Well, you know, we didn't play a spring jamboree. We didn't have a fall jamboree. So it was kind of, you know, scary. How would we do? We had 10 new starters on offense, a lot of new guys on defense. But we go out there and we play, and it was unbelievable. I just was unbelievably pleased with how the kids played, how hard they played, how hard they fought for 4 quarters.
Well, folks who watch the Jacket Corner this year, this is going to be a common theme that we'll be talking about all season is the youth that is on your team, the number of new starters, especially on the offensive side of the football. I know it's only one game, but watching some of these young kids develop, throwing them in the fire last Friday night in a real game. After one game, what did you see on film?
I was happy defensively. I was really happy with a lot of the new faces. Offensively, you know, Southside just put everybody up there, played man coverage, so they were going to take away the run, which was smart. It was a wet field, but I thought eventually in the second half we got set a little bit and moved the ball. So, I mean, I was real happy with all those new guys.
You and I talked before the season that you kind of felt like this might be a year where your defense, where you do have some key guys back, might have to kind of carry you early on, especially while you get some of these young offensive kids kind of get their feet settled underneath them. Sophomore quarterback this year, a new starter. And that was kind of the formula you had last Friday night. Your defense played outstanding, got some good special teams moments in that game, and then your offense came up with the points in the second half.
Well, you know, as young as we are, inexperienced as we're on offense, it's just going to be natural this year. We're going to have to play good defense, and just the offense, just the more experience they get, the better they're going to get. And you can't put a game on it by week 2 or week 3 or week 4 when it's going to happen. It's going to happen when it happens. So, you know, we can't worry about that. We just got to make sure we play good defense and at least help the offense out.
You know, Southside came in with a very highly regarded running back and Alaric Williams. He's currently committed to Auburn. He's just a junior. He had a really good year last year as a sophomore, but you kind of, I know he had his moments last Friday night, but he really didn't hurt you too bad in that game. Were you pleased with how your defense was able to hem him in?
I was. We challenged him for almost 2 weeks about, you know, the kid's going to Auburn, and if he's going to Auburn, that must mean he's pretty good. But he's got to come through here first. He's got to come to Oxford to play. So he don't need to worry about Auburn. We don't need to worry about where he's going. We just know that he's coming to Oxford on Thursday night, and we got to stop him on Thursday night. And I thought they did a good job of it.
Second year in a row you've opened the season with Southside. You went there last year. They were here, obviously, Friday night at Lamar Field. Is this an ongoing series with these guys, or contractually, where do you stand?
Well, I hope so. You know, you redo contracts every 2 years. And it was a great game. It's been a great game both years. We had a great crowd. They filled up the visitor side, which doesn't usually happen. So I loved it, and I know their coach he probably liked it too. And you know, at halftime, I think most people probably thought Southside was going to win the game. So I think it's something that will continue.
And you know, in the new dynamic you have of being in 6A now and things changing every couple of years, it's a good rival for you. It's close by, but yet you're not in the same region with these guys.
And that's another good thing about it. You're not in the same region, but you are close by. So it's a good money gate for both schools when we go there, when they come here. And it's just, I mean, it's good football. They've got tough kids. So that's a great game 1 opener for us.
All right, we've got all the highlights of the game last Friday night coming up for you here on the Jacket Corner. Stay with us as we continue. And we are back in the Jacket Corner, and time to head out to Lamar Field last Friday night. Coach, you mentioned earlier it was a little bit of a wet surface, but at least the rain cleared out so that the game could get started at 7 o'clock last Thursday night, I should say.
Yeah, we didn't dodge the rain before the game, but held off pretty good once the game got started. There we are kicking off. We talked all week about let's don't kick it to number 34, and we started the game off kicking to him. But Bo really made the tackle. He kicked it to him. He made a mistake kicking to him, but then he made a tackle. Here we are right here. They run a lot of sweeps and counters, a lot of wing tee stuff, misdirectional. Good job by Kenny Britt, and the outside linebackers spilling it outside for Kenny. And we stop them right here. You know, they had the ball in good field position with the kickoff and got the ball down there, but they didn't get it in, so it was a great job by the defense. Here we are right here, 34 gets the edge on us, and we knew he was going to get the edge a couple times. That's just a great back's going to do that. Boom, right there, Kenny Britt gets downhill, hits that guy, spins him around, almost a fumble right there. Right here, they get in their wildcat, snap it right to him, and Jermaine Taylor makes a great play, runs him down from the backside. You know, that's one thing we got to use is our speed on the D-line. We're not real big, so we've got to use our speed. Right there, we hold them to another field goal attempt, and they miss it. So defense right now is playing great. Offense goes out there, we doesn't move it real good at first. Here he is right here. They run a lead play. He bends it back. He just, you know, does a great job seeing it right there. They get it back down here and really just run right at us right there, and we kind of over pursue it a little bit. And they get it in the end zone. Do a great job right here, keeping it from getting an extra point. So it's 6-0 right now, but we're still playing good defense. So I'm happy. A penalty kept that score going, if you remember. There's Jacob Sears on a kickoff return, runs right over one guy. It looks like a tailback right there. But we're still having a little trouble offensively. Bad snap. Jacob picks it up, makes about 5 guys miss, runs through about 3 more. So he kind of looks like a tailback right there. Back on defense right here, Kenny Britt and company right there doing a great job shutting them down. They go on the wildcat, hand it off to another guy. This is right before half. This is a big momentum swinger right here. There's a cause fumble. We get on it. We got the ball. I think it's less than a minute left. We'll get a couple of easy completions down the field. Manage the clock well. Right here we're throwing to, there's a 9th grader right there. Cam Lemons, 9th grader making a play. That was a great job by Cam. Great throw by Brody. Throw a little quick out right here to Hareem Maverick, gets out of bounds. We'll come out here, we're going to try a 41-yard field goal, and boom, Keaton hits it. I mean, it would have been good from 51. So, you know, real proud of the way we finished the first half right there.
And there you see the halftime score. Southside headed to the locker room with a 6-3 lead. And, you know, Coach, in high school football, when you've got a guy who can kick extra points consistently, you've got something to work with. But here you got a young man who pop a 40-plus yard field goal there for you. And as always said, it's a cliche in football, whoever takes the momentum into the locker room has an advantage. Well, that's exactly what happened because of the turnover and then the 41-yard field goal for you.
No doubt. I mean, they got the ball back. They're going to go on a half with momentum, and all of a sudden we strip the ball, we get on it, we move the ball down the field about 20 yards, kick a 41-yard field goal. So I think, you know, whether people know it or not, that was a big momentum swing in the game.
What did you tell your kids at halftime in the locker room? Because you got all these young kids, and you mentioned, you know, example there in those highlights, you had a 9th grader making a catch there. You know, this is a lot of these kids' first time under the lights against a quality opponent, a real football game, and they're behind with some adversity. What was your message at halftime?
Well, one thing we didn't do, we didn't go in there yelling and screaming about what we got to do and this has got to happen, this has got to happen. We just said, hey, everything's good. We're playing great defense. If we play great defense, we got a chance in the game. If they don't score, it's hard to win when you don't score. And they had a 6-3, and we told the offense, look, we're going to move the ball. It may not be right when we want it. We may not come out and score, but we're going to move the ball. Just stick with us. Stick with us. And the kids did. There wasn't any panic. You know, everybody's wanting the offense to go score. But, you know, you just can't snap your fingers and that gets done. But I think the kids just stayed focused and they didn't panic, and we end up coming out on top.
All right, 6-3 once again, Southside with a halftime lead, but a very good second half for the Oxford Yellow Jackets. We'll have all those highlights coming up in just a moment. But as we go to break, here's a look at the Oxford High School Marching Band from their performance last Thursday night at Lamar Field. And we're back on the Jacket Corner. I'd like to remind you about a couple of neat events coming up here very soon regarding the Oxford City Schools Education Foundation. They'll be hosting their 3rd annual golf tournament at Cider Ridge Golf Course on Thursday, October the 1st. If you're interested in playing in the tournament, you can contact one of the foundation directors or go to the website at oxfordeducationfoundation.org. Also, the Oxford City Schools Education Foundation, Alabama Power, Ken and Jenny Howell, Webb Concrete, Busby Printing, and Terracon will be hosting the annual golf ball drop after the homecoming game on October the 2nd. The golf ball closest to the pin wins $5,000. Now, tickets are on sale. They'll be on sale at the north and south ends of the stadium before each home game, or you can purchase them from any foundation director. After the homecoming game, a golf pin will be placed on the 50-yard line and 750 numbered golf balls will be dropped from an extended ladder from a fire truck onto the football field. The numbered golf ball that lands closest to the pin wins $5,000. You can purchase your tickets today. 1 ticket is $10, 3 tickets is $25, or you can get 5 tickets for $35. Time now to roll into second half highlights. We head into the 3rd quarter. Southside with a 6-3 lead. Coach?
They do a good job right here starting off, cracking us and kind of get us outflanked right there. So we're going a little bit of a panic right here. We do a good job right here. Miss the first guy, next guy makes a tackle. They run a little quarterback restoration. Here they are, run a lead play right here. We bring a cornerback off the edge and kind of catch them off guard right there. Great job by those guys. Had him right here in the backfield, kind of ran through our hands, but dadgum, Ronnie Isaac just made about 3 or 4 great tackles the other night. Real proud of Ronnie. You know, he's played last year, and it's good to have him back. Hold him to a field goal, which is fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with that at all, especially when they get down close. So it's 9-3 right now, 3rd quarter. Everything's going good. Throw a little quick game right here to Jacoby McClendon. Boy, he played good that night, first game playing. Real proud of him. Quick screen right here to him. Justice Smith gets a flat back block, and then Jacoby takes it all the way to the house. Just a great job. You know, I'm just very proud of Jacoby. You know, didn't even play football last year. Got him out here. You know, I just can't say enough about, especially his first game playing. Real proud of him. But if you as you saw right there, Justice Smith goes out there and makes a great block that creates the play, and then Jacoby takes it to the house. And look at the lineman right there, Jalen Jackson, going downfield. That's fun to watch. That's a lot of great effort right there. Real proud of him. Throw a little quick pass to Jacoby again. Another little hitch. Takes for about 35 yards. Blocking down the field again by Justice Smith. Real proud of Justin too. He's a senior. It's paid his dues and has gotten better and better and better. Right here, we go for the gusto, and the safety does a great job of getting over there and getting an interception. You know, wish we could have kept that one, but you know, if you could do that all the time, you'd be undefeated every year. But we come back out on defense right here and do a great job just getting downhill and running into people. And that's, you know, defense, that's what it's about, is running and tackling. And right here, Connor Sire plays off a block and makes a tackle. Unbelievable job. Connor was a receiver last year, so real proud of Connor. There we are right there, making that thing go wider and wider and wider. Then he takes it back to the other side of the field and still no gain. So just real proud of the defense, just playing hard and playing fast. Good pressure right here. Kenny pulls up secondary contain, makes a great tackle for a sack. You know, I can't say enough about Kenny and the way he played. They run these double handoffs. The field's wet, ball's wet. You know, when you start having double handoffs and stuff, it's a tough conditions to do that. But great job, our guys getting on it. There's Brody right there, avoiding pressure, getting the ball to Justice Smith in tight coverage, and he got interfered with. Great job by Brody and great job by Justin right there making that play. Here they are. They put the tailback in the Wildcat. Once again, Ronnie Eyes does a great job coming making a tackle. We kind of figured they're going to throw it right here. We back him up a little bit. I thought the safety was going to have it. He misses the ball, and then Janito Howling catches it. And just, you know, Janito's the one guy on our team who I really wasn't surprised. He had a pick 6 because he's been doing it all fall camp. He's got great ball skills. Look at there. There's Connor Sire again. Connor just around the ball. That was his second fumble recovery during the game. You know, and that's the first game playing defense for him. So real proud of Connor. I mean, just real proud because he's a great kid. 100% coachable, and there's the best play in football right there is the taking a knee. So 24-9, just unbelievable first game for us.
What a second half. Oxford beats Southside 24-9 to pick up their first win of the 2015 season. And Coach, a lot of great individual efforts in this game, and as we always like to do, like to spotlight some of your young players with the weekly player awards. Let's walk through those.
All right, this week, Air Jacket Award goes to Jacoby McClendon. The Racehorse Award goes to Trey Franks. Highest grade defensive line, Jermaine Taylor. Highest grade offensive line, Brett Houston. The Game Breaker Award goes, we just gave it to the whole defense this week. They bowled up the whole game, so they got the Game Breaker Award. Next, we have Most Hits Award, Kenny Britt, pretty obvious during the game. Meanest Jacket, pretty obvious there again, Kenny Britt. Hammer Award, Jacob Sears. I think he had about 4 or 5 hammers. He ran over about 3 guys on one play, so we got 3 of them on one play. And Special Teams Award, Keaton Morelli, 41-yard field goal, kicked off great. Keaton's doing a great job for us doing that. Takeaway Award, Connor Sire had 2 fumble recoveries. Pride Award this week goes to Madison Mintz. Madison Mintz, we thought, worked his butt off all week and did everything he could to help our team get a win. So real proud of all those guys.
Well, Coach, again, facing, as always, it seems like every year Oxford's always going to have a very challenging schedule, no different this year. How important is it to win a game like this, to get things started off on a positive note, and especially in a game that could have gone either way, and to secure that victory?
Well, we had such a brutal spring and a brutal off season. We had a good summer. You just want those kids to pick up a win that first game, and you don't always get it, but you feel good for the kids. They've worked so long, and we work so much nowadays, especially in the summer. They put so much into it, and that first game, it just feels good to get a win. You get in that locker room after the game, and you just exhale, and you just go around hugging kids, and they get all their stink all on you, and it feels good. But it wouldn't have made us or broke us, if we wouldn't have got it, but it just feels good to get a win for those kids.
All right, speaking of a tough schedule, it gets pretty tough this week as the Gadsden City Titans make a call to Lamar Field. We'll be back with Coach Herring to talk about that matchup when we continue on the Jacket Corner. And Oxford will be back at home at Lamar Field on Friday night, 7 o'clock kickoff. The Gadsden City Titans will be at Lamar Field. They come into the game 0-1, and we continue now with Coach Herring. Coach, last Friday night, Gadsden City played host to Auburn. We've got some footage from that game, and kind of an interesting start. Auburn with a couple of onside kicks early in the game, but I tell you, this is a Gadsden City team that, on paper, Coach, despite the loss to Auburn, this may be the most talented football team they've had since they started this school several years ago.
Well, a lot of the people over there and some of the coaches that coach other sports over there, they feel like this is going to be their best chance to win a state championship that they've had since they became Gadsden City. Watching them play last week, everybody they got can run. Receivers can run. Both tailbacks can run. The quarterback can run. Defensively, they all can run. So I think it'll be the fastest, most athletic team we play all season. So it's going to do nothing but get us better and better. So I look forward to it, and our kids will look forward to it. They'll be ready to play Friday night. We just have to go out there and play football, execute, and be where we're supposed to be, do your job. Don't give them easy stuff. Make them earn everything they get. But, they've got a good team. There's no doubt they've got a 6'7" tackle. They've got a 6'5" tackle. The guard, center guard, they're all right at 300 pounds, So it's a good challenge. It's going to do nothing but get us better, so we're ready for it.
And they're going to be hungry with the way they lost
That's
last
right.
Friday night to Auburn. And you still have the rival element, even though they've moved up to 7A now and you're in 6A. But I guess one thing that stands out to me about them is ever since they've been Gadsden City, they've always played good defense. Now they've got that dual threat guy quarterback that can run and throw. So I don't really know if they've had that since they've been
Just from
Titans.
The people I've talked to that coach with us, that have coached against them every year, that's what they got this year that they never had. They've got a system on offense. They've got a quarterback who can run their system. They're not jumping around from different philosophies on per series. They know what they're doing. They're a big-time outside zone team, and a lot of play action off that. But and with those big tackles and big linemen, that's a good scheme for what they're doing because they can match up with about anybody they're going to have to block. But I think the quarterback is he's the cog they got that they haven't had that's probably going to make them a better team than what they've been.
And this has been a great series the last several years. There's been some very good games, some close games. Oxford's won its fair share. But you and I were talking before we started taping the show. This may be the first year that these two schools have played where they've been as seasoned and experienced as they are, and Oxford is as young as it is. Is this almost kind of one of those games you got nothing to lose, just lay it back and just go out and have fun and play hard?
No, we don't take that approach, But but that's what I plan on doing, is letting them loose and going after them. But we're going to try to win the game. There's no more victories at Oxford High School. So we're going out there to win it, and they're going to do the same. They're coming after us. We're going to come after them. And I can't wait to see how it all pans out.
Anna, before you get into region play, this is a great test for you. Southside was a good test. Now you get a very good 7A team, one of the favorites to win the North. So this is a really good tune-up for you before you hit into, obviously, the key region games.
Yeah, we were talking about that Sunday night up there preparing for them, is that, this is going to be a good game to get us ready for Valley, to prepare us for Valley. For it not to be a non-region game, this is going to help us in the region. Because we're going to see some teams. Ben Russell and Opelika, they're going to be similar to Gadsden City. So this is going to prepare us for the speed of the game that we're going to see in the region later on.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations on the win last week. I know that was exciting for you, your staff, and your kids, all the hard work that you put into it. And should be a great atmosphere on Friday night with Gadsden City coming to Lamar Field. Best of luck. Hope you play well and hope everybody stays healthy.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back with you again next week for all the highlights of Oxford and Gadsden City right here in the Jacket Corner.